If you're struggling to clear the legendary Avalon mission, this is a build I've been able to use to frequently clear most of my clan mates through the legendary Avalon mission. If some of them were struggling, this build gives you unlimited ability energy spam. When spamming this build correctly, you're able to pop 2 to 3 bubbles in a 5-minute period if you're frequently throwing grenades and killing enemies. The third thing you get from this build is unlimited health regen. You're going to have 3 different ways to regenerate your health when using this build correctly. And the fourth thing you're going to get from this build is a nice overshield, so you're able to grant your teammates damage reduction whenever they hide behind your barricade. Let's jump straight into the mod setup and the build guide so you guys are able to clear any legendary campaign mission and a new exotic legendary Avalon. Let's jump right into the mod system. On our helmet, the way we're able to consistently regen our bubble is by using ashes to assets. So anytime we do get a grenade kill, we're going to gain super energy back from those grenade kills. And we want to be using the new armor charge system, so we are going to be using harmonic siphon. And since harmonic siphons do coordinate with our subclass and we are on the void subclass, any void weapon final blow will create an orb of power, and we're going to be spawning lots of orbs of power because we will be combining harmonic siphon with the commemoration. And if you do not have the commemoration, which you can pick up from the deep zone crypt raid, then use a funnel whip or any other void energy weapon as your primary. Now, going inside of the gauntlets, we are going to use firepower, so that's the second way we are able to spawn orbs of power in this build. We will combine that with grenade kickstarter, so anytime we do throw our grenade while we have armor charge, it's going to consume all of our armor charge stacks, and that's how we're able to consistently spam our grenades. On our chest piece, we don't have anything special, just damage resist mods, so we're able to tank a lot of damage. If you look in the bottom right corner, you are going to see tier 10 resilience and tier 10 discipline, so we can tank a lot of damage while dish out just as much as damage. Going to our feet, we do have innervation, and we're going to double it and use 2 innervation. So anytime we do pick up an orb of power, which we will be spawning lots of, we will gain grenade energy back every single time. The next thing we do have will be recuperation. That's the second way we're able to regen our health, by picking up an orb of power, which we will be spawning from our grenades and by killing enemies with our void energy weapon. The last thing we do have on our class item will be utility kickstarter. So anytime we do use our barricade, we will be regaining part of our barricade back. And since we are going to be using double bomber combined with utility kickstarter, anytime we do use our barricade, that's going to grant us an overshield. We will gain grenade energy back. So everything will be synergizing together and just refunding those abilities one after another. If you guys don't know what Heart of Innermost Light does, when you use an ability with Heart of the Innermost Light exotic equipped, it's going to empower the next 2 abilities and make those abilities do more damage and recharge faster. Now, since we have all of the mods we need for this build to work, let's jump into the weapon setup. The weapon combos we will be rocking on this build will consist of void weapons. The main weapon I love for this build will be the commemoration, which you can pick up from the deep stone crypt. And other than the commemoration, there are other energy weapons you can use, such as the funnel web, which does great and excellent damage. The main things you want to keep in mind is you need the volatile flow perk from your artifact unlocked, so anytime you do pick up an orb of power, your void weapons will grant volatile rounds. The next thing we do have will be bricks from beyond, so anytime we do defeat a powerful combatant with our void weapon, it will spawn heavy ammo for you and your teammates. Void is this flavor we want to be using, and everything should be void when rocking this build. Now you know the mods and the weapon setup we want to be rocking in this build. For your armor setup, you do want to be rocking 100 resilience, so you gain 30% damage reduction, and tier 10 discipline, so your grenade can have the shortest cooldown as possible. Now we're going to dive straight into the Void 3.0 subclass so you guys can see exactly what you need to make this build work. We are going to be on Bubble and Rally Barricade. Because Rally Barricade is the shorter cooldown, we want to be able to consistently spam it. We're going to be using Shield Throw, and we're going to combine that with Scatter Grenade. Scatter Grenades does a lot of damage, and I really like the cooldown. The base cooldown for this is 1 minute and 45 seconds. But if you do have tier 10 resilience then you can drop that down to 52 seconds. We are going to use Controlled Demolition. Anytime we hit an enemy with a void ability or volatile explosion, that's going to make them volatile. And when we defeat volatile targets, that's going to grant us health as well as make that target explode. So that's the third way we're able to heal ourselves and heal our teammates, is just by killing enemies with volatile rounds that we're going to be able to gain on our void weapons by using the volatile flow perk from the seasonal artifact. The second thing we do have in this build will be Bastion. Anytime we do pop our barricade, we will be granting an overshield to us. That's another thing we do have in this build, is a lot of damage reduction, so we're able to keep ourselves alive and our teammates alive. To dive into the fragments, we do have Echo of Starvation, so anytime we pick up a Void Breach or an Orb of Power, we will be gaining Devour, and that's the number one way we will be regenerating our health. Once Devour is active, any final blow from your Void weapon or any weapon in general and any ability in general will recover 100% of your health. So once you're slaying out, you don't even have to worry about regenerating your health, and you're going to spawn Orbs of Power. Once you pick up those Orbs of Power by using Innovation, that's the third way you're able to regen your health. The next thing we do have is Echo from the Mining. So anytime we do hit an enemy with our scatter grenades, it's going to weaken that target. So you're able to debuff any targets whenever you just hit them with your scatter grenades. And this is really useful during legendary missions when you have to take care of a champ. The third fragment we do have is Echo of Cessation. So anytime we defeat all those volatile targets, we are going to be making volatile. It's going to create a Void Breach. And once you pick up that Void Breach, it's going to give us ability energy back. And we will be consistently spawning those Void Breaches all along the map. And once you pick up those Void Breaches, we will be activating the Devour perk and be refreshing the timer. As you can see from the gameplay in the back, we're just spamming our abilities consistently, and this build even competes with its former champion when Heart of Innermost Light was pre-nerfed. I'm finding out that this build is very strong going into the legendary Avalon missions and legendary campaign missions, and this is the build I'm taking forward anytime I need to have strong ad clear capability when doing any high level and activity. So I hope you guys enjoyed the build. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week.